beyond the roaring cities of kings and the scorched battlefields of fallen empires, past the echoes of prophecy and the shadows of crumbling dynasties, there lies a realm where time folds in upon itself and magic breathes with the rhythm of ancient memory. It is a place untouched by conquest, unswayed by power, unknown to even the most seasoned cartographers. A land not marked by borders but by the pulse of dreams, fragile, untamed, sacred. They call it Eden Glade. No road leads to it. No map charts it. Eden Glade is not found. It is revealed to the lost, the broken, the hopeful, and the forgotten. Those who arrive at its threshold seldom do so with purpose. More often they stumble into it at the frayed ends of fate, drawn by a whisper threaded into the wind, by a dream they do not remember having. A moonbeam that flickers the wrong way, a trail of light along the forest floor, a memory from a life never lived. Eden Glade does not choose lightly, and it never calls by accident. The approach. A path between heartbeats. Before Eden reveals itself, the world begins to change. The leaves rustle not in response to wind, but to the soul. The birds no longer sing, not from fear, but from reverence. The forest stills, not with silence, but with anticipation. Trees lean inward, ancient and knowing, guiding you through narrow paths shrouded in blue mist. Mushrooms glow with soft bioluminescence. Shadows move where light does not touch, and sometimes, if your heart is open, you hear the glade breathing. The very air thickens, sweet with something older than time. Something like memory, something like morning. The arrival. When the veil lifts and then, you arrive, not through a gate, but as if waking up from the world you knew. A shift in gravity, a pause in reality. Eden Glade unfurls like a memory returning. An eternal twilight bathes the realm, neither day nor night, but a hush between the two. The sky glows with indigo and lavender hues, scattered with slow-moving stars that trace forgotten constellations. Constellations that change depending on who looks up. The air hums with emotion, not sound, feeling, grief, joy, longing, wonder. You are not merely in a place. You are inside the soul of the world. The living land the glade lives. Every root remembers, every flower dreams. Trees stretch high like cathedral spires, their bark etched with runes that shimmer in response to emotion. Some pulse with gold when you recall love. Others bleed blue when touched by sorrow. Leaves are translucent, painted with memories, faces, maps, beasts that no longer walk the earth. Some leaves carry lullabies. Others whisper warnings. Grass parts under your feet and curls behind you, as if reluctant to let go. Even the water defies nature. It flows upward in curling ribbons before cascading like silk back into floating ponds. Some pools reflect not your face, but your truth, who you are when all masks fall away. Others reflect what you could have become in another life. These mirrors break hearts and sometimes mend them. Magic untamed, essence unbound in Eden Glade. Magic is not wielded. It is, not a force to be commanded, but a presence to be heard. You feel it in your chest. You breathe it in. It coils through the mists like windless flame. It wraps around thoughts, gives shape to feelings. Some say even time itself is made of this magic, that each second in the glade is a drop from the eternal well of the world-maker's tears. And in some places, magic takes form, a weeping stone that sings the memories of every visitor who touched. At a glade of floating crystals that chime with the names of forgotten gods, a river that flows backward, carrying the regrets of kings and the laughter of children never born. Beings of Eden, not all who dwell here are visitors. The glade has its guardians, beings older than fear, shaped not by birth but by story. The Mirrowwind stag, with antlers, like branches of galaxies who walk silently among the trees. To see it is to know your deepest question, the Solmara spirits, fox-shaped lights that flicker with grief and joy. They follow those who are close to revelation, the hollow choir, a flock of birds made of wind and memory. They sing only to those who have forgotten their names. And then there are the Watchers, colossal beings woven from bark, moss, and light. They do not move, they do not sleep, they simply observe. If a Watcher turns its head to look at you, something in your life is about to change forever. The heartbloom tree at the sacred center of the glade stands the heartbloom tree, a colossus older than oceans, said to be the final living breath of the world maker herself. Its trunk glows with veins of crystal mana. Its roots spiral across the glade like veins of power. Its leaves burn as they fall, only to reform in midair, caught in an endless cycle of becoming. They say if you lie, beneath the heartbloom you dream true dreams, visions of what was, what is, and what may yet be. Not all who sleep beneath it wake. The heartbloom does not answer questions. It asks them. Beneath the roots, the veilstone deep within the root hollow of the heartbloom lies the veilstone, a gem of shifting shadow and light, rumored to be the soul of the world. Those who touch it are tested, not in strength but in self. The veilstone strips away illusion. It reveals the pain you hide, the love you deny, the purpose you fear. Some fall to their knees in grief, others scream. A few are remade. Those who survive carry a mark, a silver spiral on the wrist, pulsing faintly when they speak truth. They are called the Veilborn, and wherever they walk, the glade walks with them. Time, twisted and tender time, does not pass in Eden Glade. It evolves. You may wander for what feels like hours and return to a world 100 years older. Or you may live a lifetime in the glade, only to awaken in the same breath you entered it. There are stories of lovers who met in Eden only to return centuries apart. Of warriors who came in old age and left as children. Of souls who never left, not because they were trapped, but because they belonged. The glade takes. The glade gives, but always at a cost. Whispers of Purpose. Eden Glade does not exist for beauty alone. It is a place of transformation. It calls the weary, the broken, the burdened, and offers not peace, but truth. It grants no crown, no sword, no glory, only revelation, only clarity, only the choice to carry forward or let go. Some who leave the glade become kings who lead with wisdom. Others become prophets or healers or hermits who weep when they see twilight. Some never leave, they become trees, stars, wind, part of the glade. Forever. A place beyond knowing, and still, no one truly knows what Eden Glade is. A final gift from a dying god? A dream spun by a morning planet? The final echo of a time before time? No record holds its truth. No map marks its place. All that remains are whispers, and those rare few whose eyes still shine with its light. Epilogue. When the glade calls, if ever the stars flicker with a strange rhythm, if the wind calls your name in a voice like your mother's laughter, if your dreams are filled with places you've never been and yet miss dearly, then listen. The Eden Glade is calling, and it never calls by accident.